And to do that, of course, we have to make a plan. We have to put a plan, and the plan can be divided into several points. We have the weekly planner, things that we have to do during the week. We have the daily task, and the daily task, many people, I've seen it, they have their like diary, and they write everything they must do. This is not the very best way to do it, because on your daily, you have your time for the things which need to be done in a certain time. But like buying a grocery, it is not, I need to buy the grocery at 6 p.m. It is not. You can put it into your to-do list, and you put the time for the things, like call mom to remind her to take medicines. She takes her medicine at 11 o'clock. So you put it as on your to-do list, call mom to do this. And same for like, okay, call nanny to give the lunch or whatever. It's one of those. Your client told you, okay, I'm busy now, give me a call after lunch. Okay, after lunch, it means like 3 o'clock, I will call the guy and tell him about my issue. That's time fixed task. So one of the things, the people, they mix between those stuff. They mix between their like daily task and to-do list. And the golden rule here is, do not try to remember, write it down. Many people say, oh yeah, I know I have to do this. And then when they, oh my God, what I forgot, I should have done something. I feel like I missed something, because when you are stuck in the middle of an action, some issues will slip off your mind. So just write it down. It will take you 2 seconds to write down a note for yourself, but it will take you 10 minutes maybe to remember what you wanted to do. So this is also very, very important. So now we know, like, when we plan, and this is, again, it's not only for your daily planner. Okay, you are going to the supermarket, and this is one of the tricks the marketing people, they use to get the customers buy more. So they put stuff in a different location in the supermarket, so you can walk more and you spend more, and some of the smells and the attraction by the lights and stuff like that. So when you put a list of what you want to buy, you will save time inside the supermarket, and at the same time, you will save your money. So to make a plan, it's always useful, and you will have more control over what you are planning to do. So again, when we put the plan, we know our most productive period of the day, our most productive time of the day, and we know the most important task we have to do. We put the most important task into our most productive period. And like this, we know that we are making the proper priority of our tasks. If I have to call, like if I have to report to my manager, and I am not good like 9 o'clock in the morning, and my manager is waiting for me 9 o'clock in the morning, it will not be good, because I will be sleeping or not in my whatever. So we try to make what we have to do in our benefit, to tell the boss, like, okay, boss, I can report to you after like 11 o'clock, not 9 o'clock, because 9 o'clock I have to make some important calls for client. Maybe it's like a little bit lie, but the impact of going and see in your like manager in not productive way or non-productive shape will cost you more, let's say, stress than just putting that for a few hours. Again, we're trying now to build the puzzle, how best we can manage our time to get the best result. Because end of the day, it's our time, it's our life who's slipping out from between our fingers, right? So one important issue we always face every time we want to do a work is we get struck by the time wasters. Some people, they like to call them the time thieves because they steal our time. They take our effort and our productivity goes down. I put some of the points here, and there's one issue I would like to pay attention to it. I will mention it in a bit. So some of those stuff, the first they said like the casual office conversation. Many people they do not notice that when you get into the office, you start, oh hi, how are you? I've been doing. Oh, I've seen this one, that one. Oh, yesterday I've seen the football game. Yeah, I've seen that wedding. It was nice. You've seen the dancer how she was like. You look. You spend like 10 or 15 minutes, and you did not notice that. So the casual office conversation is a big time waster. I'm not saying that you shouldn't talk to your colleagues. I will teach you in a bit what to do so you keep the balance between talking to your colleagues and doing your job. The other one, which is also important, is the micromanagement of every task. What it is micromanagement of every task? Okay, I need to buy the grocery. Good. Enough. All I need to buy red tomato, dark green cucumber, the good quality orange. Why I need to micromanage that task? I need to buy tomato, cucumber, onion, whatever, but I don't need to go into those details. This is small one, but if we are talking about like business, like a print report, okay, I know that I need to print my report to my manager. Why I need into my to-do list? Need to print a report on an A4 in a portrait form, use the colors, and I go write all those stuff. This is the micromanagement of the task. You don't need to go deep into that one unless you are requested to do that, because you will end up into micro managing your task and wasting time. The third biggest, and now is one of the most time waster, is the social media activities. On the social media, people are spending hours. And in fact, the designers of those pages like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Contacti, whatever, they designed the software in such a way to hook you up to this software, to hook you up really to spend more time on that page or whatever. So yes, the majority of those sites, they are making their money from selling advertisements or whatever. But if they are not selling you anything, what it means? You are the product. How many of you clicks on advertisement into some of those social media? You are using all those pages, software, just like that. You feel like it's free. There's nothing free. If it looks like free, you are the product. So either they are gathering your information or they are getting what you call now the big data. And this big data will be processed in such a way to provide you with products you need. So you are the target for this one. And they are making the profit from both sides, from selling that service, because the company who's providing them with this advertisement, stuff like that, they are making money out of them. And from you spending time, if someone like spend time on cooking pages, he wouldn't receive advertisement for hand tools. If you are spending time on like lifestyle pages, dresses, sport, you wouldn't get advertisement for medicines maybe. So they are like getting those information and putting it in a way to provide you the next time with product which will get you more attached to the service they are providing you. I had myself a bad experience. I worked for a company not long time ago, and the manager, it's like a supermarket, and the manager of that supermarket, she requests all the staff to write at least once an hour into one of those like a media or the social media networks, some comments about how good the work is inside that shop. And when she came to me asking me, so Abdullah, why you are not right? He said, I'm working. I am working. To be on the social media, it's waste of time. No, we have to increase our rating. Yeah, but increasing the rating by making like the workers spending time sitting on like social media to give some comments, so you want to increase your rating is not the best use of the time of those people. So we end up, of course, like me leaving the job. Also, another issue which is very important, the inability to refuse others when they are approaching you. The inability to refuse others, like someone in the office, you're working, doing some job, and someone comes to you, oh, please, can you make a copy of those papers when you finish? Oh, yes, for sure, please leave it here. Okay. The other guy comes, okay, are you, can you get me coffee when you stand up to get yourself a coffee? Yeah, for sure, it's not a problem. And like this and like this and like that. Oh, well, you know, I don't know how to make this list. Can you help me to make this, you know, pivot table scheme or part of the Excel file? Oh, yes, for sure, I can help you. So the inability to refuse is it is time waster. When someone approach you, you should, it's not only you can, you should tell the people, sorry, I'm busy now, please. I will come back to you after 10 minutes. I'm in the middle of something now. I will come back to you after 10 minutes, after 15 minutes. So you did not offend that guy and you did not let him affect your work. And this is also one of the big time wasters. Like some people, they want to delegate the work to you, and you are overloaded with your work. I am accountant. I'm preparing my monthly account. And then suddenly the project manager comes, oh, you know, I want you to check through the code we sent to our client because I'm not sure, did we code him properly or not? Can you check the cost of the materials? Oh, yes, I will put my monthly declaration on site and I will look into the files. So this is one of the issues, like you should tell them, yes, for sure, I will do it. I'm in the middle of something now. I will finish and I will deal with that issue. You should be able to tell the guys, yes, please come back later. I'm happy to help you. Come back later. I will deal with that job after a while. And if you look into the screen, there is one issue repeated twice because it's very important. It's numerous personal calls and texts and emails. I cannot say no. I cannot not to pick up my phone call when my wife calls me. Same when my kids call me. It doesn't matter what I'm doing. If I hear the ringtone of my son, I will pick up that call. Yes, my kids now are big. Okay, they call me like not that frequently, but when you have small kids or grandkids call you, yeah, daddy, okay, he's 6 years old, he's so lovely. Oh, you want to kiss him, hold him, oh, daddy, this one is not happening with me though. Yes, my sweetheart, I'm with you, I will help you here. And I have my boss on my shoulders here, and I have a lot of work. I'm not telling you ignore the family. I will tell you in a bit what you can do. So you will put all those issues under your control. So you control the time, not they control you. Okay. Also, another issue, which is, I'll just jump, is conflict in priority. We will not talk about it because it's very, very obvious. But meetings, there are huge problems with meetings. Either they are too often. Like you can have like 8 meetings a day. Meetings sometimes they take much longer than planned to, or they are taking too long, or they are away. I remember on the project we had in Kazakhstan, we had our canteen like 12 kilometers away from site. So every day, all the team, all my people, we had like 150 guys like working for me. We had 2 buses. We were waiting for those guys to come, sit in the bus. We go to the canteen, get our lunch, and come back. We couldn't do anything about it because there were no approval to have the canteen inside the refinery, but still. And you can imagine, like in Moscow, you have a meeting with someone near Sholkovskaya, okay, other meeting near Moscow City, third meeting in Rechnoy Vokzal, third meeting in Domodedovo, fourth meeting, I don't know, Yugo-Zapadne, okay, so you look, you can't do anything during the day. So if the distance is big, and here, if you know that you have to do some meetings outside your office, it's better to plan the time or make the graphic of those meetings so you minimize your travel, or make like 1 or 2 meetings, or allocate 1 day for those travels and the meetings outside the office, because that will take. I'm not talking about taking your car and stucking into traffic jam, because this is also another time waster, but that's absolutely like out of your control. You cannot control the traffic jam. But what you can do, if you know that you have to travel and always you are stucking into a traffic jam, you can take actions by taking the public transport. This is also an important issue. And I do remember my friend, may his soul rest in peace, he told me, like, in Moscow, if you evaluate your prestige, take a car, but if you evaluate your time, take the metro. The public transport is very well developed in Moscow. In other cities, I don't know. Okay, I know, like maybe in States or in the UK, it's very expensive, and you wouldn't spend that time into a traffic jam. But if you notice that every day you are stuck into traffic jam for few hours, and there is a way to bypass that traffic jam or take an actions, you should do it. Of course, this is not all the time wasters, but they are the major ones.